In and during August 2024, there was an ongoing standoff developed at an abandoned gold mine in Stilfontein, which resulted in a significant humanitarian crisis involving hundreds of illegal miners called or commonly known as Zamazamas. So there was that crisis during August.
Yep.
If I go to paragraph 55.3, hundreds and possible thousands of miners from countries such as Mozambique, Zimbabwe, and Lesotho remained trapped underground, fearful of resurfacing due to the police presence and potential retaliation from armed criminal groups controlling the mine. Then from 18 August 2024 onwards, some miners began resurfacing on their own initiative, after which they were immediately detained and processed by authorities. So, Chair, this is a background of prompted the minister to convene a staff meeting on the 20th of August, 2024, because this information were viral on the media. So it concerns the minister. So 20 August, in paragraph 55.5, the minister called a staff meeting, and he instructed us in the meeting to make, through the department, to make arrangement for him to go and visit Stilfontein. I confirm that it was at this meeting when the minister provided me with the contact details of Mr. Brown Mkhwanazi from Northwest. And I recall that minister instructed me that I should contact Mr. Mkhwanazi and ask him to come with some local leaders to brief him on the situation before his visit, which I accordingly instructed to facilitate for this engagement. I then contacted Mr. Mkhwanazi on the same day of that meeting and informed him that I will revert once a suitable date for the briefing had been identified. So I followed the usual protocol that we follow with the staff to ascertain the minister's earliest availability for the proposed meeting. I checked the minister's availability with the PA in order to facilitate this meeting with Mr. Brown. At the time, the minister's calendar was fully booked for August, and a date of September was considered. 55.9, although I cannot recall the exact date, during the second week of September, I again engaged Mr. Mkhwanazi and identified the date of 30th of September, 2024 as a possible meeting date based on the minister's availability. Mr. Mkhwanazi undertook to confirm with the other expected attendees, and he reverted to me a few days later, confirming their availability. And accordingly, the meeting was scheduled as follows. It was going to be on Monday, 30th September. The time allocated for this meeting was 11 to 12, 1 hour. The guest, it was Brown Mkhwanazi plus 4 other people. The venue of the meeting was going to be an official residence. On the 30th September in the morning, I recall that an urgent matter arose for the minister, and the meeting had to be cancelled. I accordingly informed Mr. Mkhwanazi about the cancellation, and I advised him that I will advise him of a new date once it's been identified. During October 2024, a new date, suitable date for the meeting was identified as the 28th of October 2024. I engaged Mr. Mkhwanazi to facilitate this meeting, and within few hours he returned and confirmed availability of the group. The meeting was accordingly scheduled as follows. It was going to be Monday, 28 October 2024. The time allocated for this meeting was 4:30 in the afternoon to 5:30. It was also an hour allocation. The meeting guest was Brown Mkhwanazi plus 4 other people. The venue for this meeting was official residence. I further facilitated all logistical arrangements for the meeting as per my role and responsibilities, and it proceeded as scheduled. However, as I testified previously before this committee, I did not attend this meeting, and therefore I'm unable to confirm the discussions that were had in that meeting. I reiterate that I can only reasonably confirm that the meeting discussed the issues concerning the crisis with the Zamazamas at Stilfontein, as that is the purpose of which this meeting was arranged for. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. So this meeting, did it deal with any official police or policing business?
That's correct. That's correct, Chair.
So what role, we know that Mr. Mkhwanazi is not a police officer, is that right?
That's correct.
So what would be his role in this meeting or at the meeting? Why would the meeting be facilitated with him?
The minister wanted for me to arrange a meeting. He was planning to go and visit Stilfontein. Then he suggested that he needs to have an engagement with some local leaders to get an understanding before he goes there. So he then gave me the number of Mr. Mkhwanazi. I believe he's from Northwest, for him to assist and get other leaders to come and brief him about the situation.
So the other, I think you mentioned the other 4 persons at the meeting. You can't recall who they were. Were they local leaders?
According to the arrangement, Brown Mkhwanazi had to come with some local leaders, of which I don't know who are they. I don't know their names.
So, despite not being at the meeting, did you make any follow-up on what happened at that meeting, what the outcome was at that meeting? Was there, in fact, a further meeting in relation to this issue, the Zama issue?
No, I never inquire, but I also remember that there was going to be a follow-up meeting that the minister wanted me to convene again for the same people, which was gonna be in the early year of 2025. If I go to paragraph 56, in early January 2025, although I cannot recall the exact date, the minister instructed me to facilitate a follow-up meeting with Mr. Mkhwanazi and the same group of individuals. After reviewing minister's calendar, 3rd of February 2025 was identified as a suitable date, which I informed Mkhwanazi, and he confirmed his availability. And the meeting was accordingly scheduled as follows. It was going to be Monday, 3 February 2025. The allocation of this meeting was 1 hour, 11 to 12. venue official residence. 56.2, it was approximately or 15 minutes where after the scheduled start of the meeting, the Mr. Mkhwanazi were running late, and then I had to check how far are they. Then when I contact Mr. Mkhwanazi to check on their arrival, he informed me that the individuals that should accompany him had been urgently called at Luthuli House, and they were now unable to attend. So that was another follow-up meeting, but it could not materialize.
Can I just take you back to paragraph 55.7? That date there, it seems to be a typographical, it's 20 August 2024.
2024, yes.
Not 2025.
No, it's 2024. It's a typo.
You don't need to make another affidavit for that. So again, what you fairly early into your tenure as chief of staff,
Yes,
around about this time, you in fact had just been appointed
that's correct.
on the 1st of August 2024. So what do you make, or what are your impressions of Mr. Mkhwanazi? Is it only because of the Stilfontein Zama issue, and because of his perhaps because of his standing in the Northwest province, that he could be of some assistance? What did you make of it? What did you know about him?
With my observation, it was only for this Stilfontein, this arrangement of these meetings. Why I'm saying that, after all these arrangements of these meetings, I have never seen Mr. Mkhwanazi in coming to the minister or ever facilitated any meeting for him to come and see the minister. It's been a year now. There has never been such a thing. So my observation will be that time it was that brewing issue of Stilfontein. And probably because it's coming from the same province, I don't know what rationale behind the minister to identify him who will be able to assist in getting other local leaders.
Honorable Nhlanhla.
No, thanks, Chair. A quick one. I thought this will pursue further this question of Mr. Mkhwanazi not being a police officer. Are you aware of him being a police informant, a police conduct, of anything of that sort?
Not at all.
May proceed, SC.
Thank you, Honourable Chair. So are you absolutely certain that Mr. Mkhwanazi never visited the minister at his offices? I take it that your office would be next door to the minister's office. Just
Yes.
in the ordinary way, you as chief of staff, you'd be close to the
I'm
minister.
close to him, and I'm responsible to facilitate his meetings. I'm responsible for his calendar, actually.
And you say Mr. Mkhwanazi was never either in your office or the minister's office?
No, not at all.
So just for your comment, so when Mr. Mkhwanazi states that he would have made a call from the minister's office to Mr. Nhlanhla, either he's mistaken or he's not telling the truth.
When is he saying? Can you repeat?
If he says that he made a call from the minister's office to Mr. Nhlanhla, from the minister's office, then you wouldn't have been aware of that.
Yes, that has never happened
Or certainly
in my presence. Yes.
Not in your presence.
Yes.
Honorable Skosana and then Honorable James.
Thank you, Chair. I guess it's normal that the ministerial schedule meetings are characterized by attendance list. And I guess the 4 people who attended that meeting, the names should be there. Unless I'm lost, but in my knowledge, that's how things are done. I think those four names should be in that list. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. I'm covered by Honorable Skosana. Because surely at the official residence, when you say you don't know the names, you say in your testimony that you were responsible for facilitating the logistics. So you didn't know who they were, you didn't know what cars they were coming in, there's no security at the official residence. Is that what you're saying? And then secondly, also you say that the meeting was cancelled because who was called to Latuli House? Was it Mr. Mkhwanazi, or was it the Zama Zama community activists that were now being called to Latuli House instead of the meeting? Can we just get clarity on that? Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. The last question, this is the information I got from Mr. Mkhwanazi. He indicated that the comrades that he is coming with, that they are now called, not him. The way he indicated it, it was not him who was called. He said these people, he referred them as comrades. Because even when we are confirming the meeting, how many people, how many are you? He will then say, I come with other 4 comrades. Because he even calls the minister Comrade Senzo. That is how he used. So he just said, no, the other comrades that I must come with, we are already here in Gauteng, but they were urgently called. So it means not him. Then coming to the attendance register, these types of meetings where the PA is not in the meeting, I'm not in the meeting, it's highly impossible for the minister to take those administrative, because no one attended that meeting in the staff except the minister himself. And at the gate, where you come to the official residence, there are police officials at the gate. You only informed them that we are expecting a visitor by the name of Brown Mkhwanazi. He is coming with other 4 people. So then they let them go. Thank you, Chair.
Honorable James.
Chair, I put it to you, Mr. Nkabinde, that at all the parliamentary villages, and I'd like to think that security is even tighter at an official residence, you don't just give the name of one person. It is mandatory for you to present your ID at the gate, and they have record of everyone that gains access into that official residence. Could you not have called the security to get the names? Because we want to know who these names are, because right now I'm not sure if they are activists, community Zama Zama activists, or are they comrades? We need to know who these people were. Thank you, Chair.
Comment, Chair?
If you can please respond.
Yes. No, this is a standard practice where official of residence of the minister is situated. You simple alert them that you are expecting a visitor. There is no register there. They are not taking any registration. That's what I even observing there. So I don't know if they are doing the right thing or not. Thank you.
So what the members want to know is, in that meeting, Was there no attendance register which was taken?
No, Chair, because the minister was alone.
With the- with-
Normally, if the PA is there, he would have facilitated that.
So, and then Mr. Mkhwanazi was arranging that meeting with you,
That's correct.
and then he did not tell you what are the names of the other five he was coming with.
No, Chair, I never asked as well.
Okay. And these people were going to brief him about the situation in the Stilfontein mining area.
That's correct, Chair.
And then from your knowledge or what you could have heard, were the senior leaders that were coming from the provincial government whose under whose departments or line functions mining could fall?
I'm not sure, Chair, because I don't know who are those people.
Honorable Skosana.
Yeah, my follow-up question, Chair, why I was asking that to the witness is that you remember very well what Minister Senzo Mkhwanazi told us here. He said very vividly that he never responded to Brown Mkhwanazi's messages. I remember very well sitting here that he disowned him completely. But anyway, it will come to that, SC, I'm sorry, but I just wanted to be honest to you that what we are saying now to us is completely foreign to us of what the minister told us, you know, but I'm happy that, you know, you are giving it to us now, you know, and thank you, Chair.
You may proceed, SC.
Thank you, Chair. Honorable Chair. And I also refer you to another aspect, Mr. Nkabinde, which you were required to address. Can I refer you to paragraph 76 of your main affidavit? Where you say, in this regard, I wish to clarify that I received a call from Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi on 30 September 2024, while I was with the Minister on a visit to Lusikisiki in relation to the killings that had happened in Lusikisiki. And you then address this in your supplementary paragraph 57 on page 19. Do you want to deal with it?
Thank you, Chair. I wish to clarify and supplement paragraph 76 of my main statement and place it on record that after verifying the details, I can confirm that I received a call from Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi on the 1st of October 2024, not 30th September 2024. This call was received while I was accompanying the minister on his first visit to Lusikisiki in relation to the killings that had occurred in the area.
Can I also refer you to MK 16? MK16 and MK17 at page 313, 314 and 315. There's a WhatsApp exchange. MK17, it should be in a bundle. MK16,
There's
MK17.
MK16. There's MK17, yes. 313 page.
315.
Yeah.
Have you got it there?
Yeah, got it.
Nkabinde?
Thank you.
Is this the call that you are referring to after General Mkhwanazi had shared this WhatsApp with you on page 315?
Three 315.
Yes.
Which call are you referring to
I
here?
think the
WhatsApp,
SP has
the
left
WhatsApp.
us behind. Want to see
The
which
call
are the
relates
terms.
to this WhatsApp.
Let's do this. Honorable Nhlanhla is making a point here.
No, I'm saying, Chair, the SC is leaving us behind. We don't see which annexure is he referring to. We only heard that he says MK17. So we are trying to look for that. So can you please not leave us behind?
On the last occasion, Honorable Chair, it was handed to the committee as an exhibit, MK16 and MK17.
We can confirm, Chair, that we don't have that annexure.
May we proceed, yeah?
We don't have the annexure.
Mr. Nkabinde, you have it. This is an extract of General Mkhwanazi's state. It was attached to his statement the last time, so we just extracted this
Okay.
to raise it with you.
Yes, you said 315 a page.
315, yeah.
Yes, I have it.
Yeah. Now this call that you referred to.
I don't
That
see a
read-
call here, Chair.
On page 19 of your supplementary statement in paragraph 57, this is what you say. I wish to clarify and supplement paragraph 76 of my main statement and place it on record that after verifying the details, I can confirm that I received a call from Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi on 1 October 2024 and not 30 September 2024. That's the
Yes.
correction that you made. This call was received while I was accompanying the minister on the first visit to Lusikisiki in relation to the killings that had occurred in the area.
Yes.
So we are now referring you to this WhatsApp. Which is also referred to at paragraph 77 of your main statement, where you say Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi sent me a WhatsApp text during our telephonic conversation. That's the one you referred to on 1 October, in relation to an occurrence book that he had received from Brown Mkhwanazi about interference by Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi during an arrest of a senior correctional services commissioner who was found allegedly in possession of drugs. Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi said that Brown Mkhwanazi indicated to him that he knows the minister. Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi wanted to know who Brown Mkhwanazi is and whether he knew the minister. So if you go back to the bundle, MK17, you'll see on page 313, that's an extract from the occurrence book. And then there's this exchange, and these WhatsApps are then copied to you in the middle of the page. The minister is brief. He has just arrived in the Sikisiki. And on the following page, 315, my General Brown Mkhwanazi from the Northwest, an internal attempt to discredit you through defeating the end case. Morning, sir. What are you talking about? What defeating case are you referring to, and who is behind that? Do you want to comment on that?
Yes, I see conversation here between two people.
Yeah.
Who are these people? I'm not sure. Who are these people
And
talking
then
here?
at paragraph 78, your narrative goes on to, I confirmed that I knew who Brown Mkhwanazi was, and that the minister too knew Brown Mkhwanazi from Northwest. Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi sent Brown Mkhwanazi's number to me, and I confirmed that it was indeed Brown Mkhwanazi's number. I never referred to Brown Mkhwanazi as a close associate, quote unquote, of the minister, as was described by Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi during the meeting of 5 March 2025. That's the portfolio committee meeting. Then you say, I personally got to know Brown Mkhwanazi during my position as Chief of Staff, and you referred to the meetings you referred to earlier, facilitated a meeting between Minister Mkhunu and Brown Mkhwanazi, together with other members of the ANC from the Northwest Province. And in your original statement, you've got during October/November 2024, and you've now confirmed that date as the 28th of October 2024, and that you reference in your supplementary affidavit at paragraph 55.9. You see that?
I see that.
Yeah. Now, the IDEC complaint that had been referred to, sorry, the IPID complaint, is also at annexure MK27. That's the one. At page 602, MK27, if you got that.
I got it.
This is a complaint which is authored and signed by, is it Mr. Kife Lakai?
Yes.
Kife Lakai on 12 March 2025. And it's addressed to Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi. Kindly note that IPID received a complaint of interference from the Minister of Police, and it's the IPID registration number. It is alleged that on Monday, the 8th of January 2024, at about 20:45, an operation was conducted at Kuala Busha Prison residential area, and then some further details are provided. The objective of IPID is to give effect to the Constitution. Then in terms of further provisions are cited there, and at paragraph 6, it says the IPID have certain information in its disposal indicating that you may have been involved in instructing the members not to arrest Ms. Nhlanhla. We therefore request you to submit your statement under oath, clarifying the role you played in this matter. IPID will appreciate if your requested statement can be made available on 19 March 2025. Now, this is addressed to Mkhwanazi, and that relates to the WhatsApp messages referred to. Or your comment?
Which WhatsApp?
So perhaps to put it in its proper context, let me read to you what Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi had said in his statement. I attach marked MK17, which is what you've got there, a copy of these message communications I received on the WhatsApp platform from Mr. Mkhwanazi. On the same day, I telephoned Mr. Nkabinde, the Chief of Staff of the Minister of Police, and asked him as to who Mr. Brown Mkhwanazi was. The latest communication intimated that Mr. Mkhwanazi would be traveling with the Minister to Lusikisiki. I assume, therefore, the Chief of Staff would know of this gentleman. The response from the Chief of Staff was that Mr. Mkhwanazi is an associate of the Minister, but is not employed in the department. That is when I first got confirmation about Mr. Brown Mkhwanazi. I asked the Chief of Staff to send the phone number of this Brown Mkhwanazi, which he did. It is the same number from which all these communications were made and which I have since confirmed as being registered to Mr. Mkhwanazi. The Chief of Staff thus confirmed to me that indeed the person who is sending me WhatsApp messages is the same person called Brown Mkhwanazi and is from the northwest. Do you want to comment?
Yes, indeed, General Mkhwanazi contacted me about a person who called him and said he knows the minister. And General Mkhwanazi wanted to know if I know this person. Then I confirmed with General Mkhwanazi that yes, I know him and also the minister knows him. But I've never said he's a close associate to the minister. That I've never said it like that.
Okay. And you dealt with that in your main affidavit at paragraphs 77 to 81 in your main affidavit.
That's correct.
Okay. So that's the extent to which you say you know Mr. Mkhwanazi and know of Mr. Mkhwanazi.
Yes.
Chair, Honorable Chair, it's 1 o'clock. Are we going to have a short adjournment?
None. What do we do? Do a break.
The rest of
Hmm?
the MPs without.
No, let's proceed. I will indicate if a break.
The IDEC complaint is So, thank you, Honorable Chair. Just before I move on to the IDEC complaint, which is referred to in your main affidavit at page 22, at paragraph 63. The reason why the IPID complaint is referenced and which is addressed to Lieutenant General, or rather General Mkhwanazi, is that there seems to be a pattern of wanting to implicate and charge members of the PKTT. So your comment firstly on that claim or that allegation that there seems to have been a deliberate plan to implicate members of the PKTT. Hence, this complaint that we've just discussed, directed at General Mkhwanazi, and now I'm going to move on to the IDEC complaint.
Chair, to get a full context and full understanding so that I can respond accordingly. The complaint that you are referring to from IPID to General Mkhwanazi has nothing to do with PKTT. So I don't understand where does PKTT feature. This it's about a correctional service senior officer who was allegedly found with drugs, and General Mkhwanazi apparently, and it's allegedly that he stopped those police from arresting that senior officer. So here it's a defeating ends of justice case opened against General Mkhwanazi. So I don't understand where does PKTT feature here.
Well, the connection with respect is obviously that that as the commander of the PKTT, and given General Mkhwanazi's involvement in the PKTT over the years, since its establishment in 2018, that this is now directed at him, and that he is required to make a statement, and is accused of stopping the arrest of certain individuals.
Hence, I'm saying this has nothing to do with PKTT. It's General Mkhwanazi who stopped people from doing their work, not PKTT. Whether that is true or not, it's something else, but this is directed to what General Mkhwanazi did, not PKTT.
Honorable James.
Just clarity. It was not General Mkhwanazi that stopped the police from doing their work. The statement we received, I think it was from General Mkhwanazi, mentioned that these drugs were planted. It was found on the residence of a correctional services member. It was not found in possession of this member. It was found on the premises. And the question here is, why does Mr. Mkhwanazi have records of the SAP 13 book? We are saying here that General Mkhwanazi interfered. He's a policeman. He's the provincial commissioner for KZN. He's meant to interfere in such cases. My question is, why does Mr. Mkhwanazi have access to a SAP 13 file? So we must be very careful when we say he interfered. We need to give the merit of what actually happened there. Thank you.
Honorable Skosana.
Should I comment, Chair?
Thank you, Chair. Partly, I'm covered. I just wanted clarity on that as well, because unless the witness is saying that we were misled, maybe he knows better on what happened exactly to the issue, of those drugs. But as far as I'm concerned, my colleague just explained this is how we captured it. Unless there's two contradiction statement now, he's disputing what we were told, and what was submitted to us. Thank you, Chair.
You can respond, Mr. Nkabinde.
Chair, firstly, if I clarify, I don't know the circumstances of what happened with respect to recovering of drugs, attempts to arrest the correctional service senior officers. I know that thing while reading here, what is it saying? Hence, I even emphasize that I don't even know whether it's true or it's not true. So this is what is written here. They are saying the police officers, they recovered drugs and they attempted to arrest that correctional service senior officers, and that is when General Mkhwanazi intervened. So whether General Mkhwanazi is wrong or right or unlawful or lawful, I'm not suggesting any of that, because that is basically about investigating of that case and the outcome of that investigation, because I'm not involved in it.
Chair, Mr. Nkabinde, I'm not sure whether, because we are seeking clarity, we are not yet questioning you. Now, you are saying, earlier you said interfered, or now are you saying he intervened? I just wanted clarity on that. Did he interfere or did he intervene? Thank you, Chair.
Chair, hence, I even used a word allegedly, because according to this letter and the complaint, they are complaining that he allegedly interfered with them not to arrest that woman, that correctional service senior officer, of which I was not there. I'm just reading the letter that senior counsel is showing me. That is the content of this letter, of which that is why I'm making it clear that I'm not sure whether that is correct or it's not correct. It's according to this letter.
Thank you, Chair. He has clarified, though at a later stage on your evidence, you said that intervened. You've changed from that interfered. So that's why I wanted to find out, did he intervene or did he interfere? Thank you, Chair. If you can just clarify that, in your own knowledge, that allegation, did they said he intervened or he interfered? Thank you, Chair.
If I'm not following what is written here, Chair, General Mkhwanazi engaged me about the very same matter. He actually engaged me and sent me this letter. Then he said, do you know anything about this letter? Does the minister knows? Then according to him, when he explained to me, he was not intending to interfere. He was intervening to avoid unnecessary civil claims, that they rather take the drugs for testing, and also the way it was recovered. There was a possibility that probably it would have been planted by other people. So he did engage me about the matter, and hence, Honorable Skosana, I'm now using the word intervene. That is now on the basis of my engagement with him.
May we proceed, Honorable Skosana? Thank you.
Honorable Chair, are we proceeding or are we adjourning? Going
Until,
on to another topic.
up until 13 hour 13.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you. Sorry. My apologies. Mr. Nkabinde, so this is also part of that same context, because in General Mkhwanazi's affidavit and in his evidence, he catalogues a number of instances where these attempts were made to implicate and to frustrate the work of PKTT, and this was the one example. Now, the other one I want to take you to is in your affidavit, your main affidavit. The heading is the IDEC complaint at paragraph 63.
I can see it.
You see that?
Yes.
On 1 November 2024, the minister received a complaint from Mr. Fadil Adams, who's also a member of parliament, that the dockets he registered in Western Cape and Gauteng were being unlawfully intercepted. A copy of his email is attached as CMN4. Right. So on CMN4, you see at the top, Mr. Nkabinde, this is from Sakina Frenchman. It's sent to you on the 1st of November 2024, and it's sent to you, Landu, Motswakai. Can you just you confirm you received that email?
That's correct, Chair.
As the subject is charges laid by NCC. Who are the other persons referred to in the email?
Mlandu, it's a PA to the minister.
Okay.
Motswakaya is an assistant PA to the minister. And myself.
To you. And then then there's another email later on from Sakina Frenchman, addressed to Edward Senzo Nkunu, charges laid by NCC, and this is addressed to the minister himself. That is by Honourable Member Fadil Adams, the Member of Parliament. You see
Yes,
that?
I can see that.
There's a further email on the 10th of November, across the page, addressed to you, referring to these 4 matters. You can see there, he requests an independent investigator or body to investigate the cases I've laid. I make this request as your National Commissioner has claimed all is above board in the case of the allegations made against Major General Khumalo. We are reliably told that this is false and that the statements and have the statements to back it up. If indeed the Commissioner's position is compromised in this regard, please view our concerns with concern. And then a further email at 21:38, also on the 10th, also addressed to you. Dear Sir, from the Office of the Honourable Minister of Police, with regards to case number, and there's again a few cases mentioned. The above cases relate to fraud, theft, and nepotism. We hereby request that an independent officer or body be appointed, as we are concerned that General Masemola may have erred in his statement that the allegations pertaining to Major General Khumalo's security clearance. If this is the case, the National Commissioner has misled the nation, which is, in our view, a very serious issue. So, Mr. Nkabinde, that is the referral to the Minister. Allegations of fraud, theft, and nepotism. Does that ordinarily fall within the mandate of a specialist body that's been established to fight corruption?
Yes, it does fall. It does fall, yes.
Why do you say that?
Fraud, it's their mandate. Fraud and corruption is their mandate. And also, Chair, when we receive complaints, we don't just refer a complaint. You take the complaint on its merits. This complaint itself, it's showing that a complainant has lost confidence in the National Commissioner. If you read the content of the email. So definitely, as he is requesting an independent body, the independent body relevant will be IDEC. Because now National Commissioner is the #1 cop of the country. You can't refer it to anyone. The only independent body in this regard appropriate will be IDEC.
Now, are you aware that Honourable Member Adams had also referred this to the police? You must be aware, because he claims now that he's frustrated, he's had no joy, he's laid these charges, and now he's knocking at the door of the minister.
Yes, I'm aware because he wrote to me.
Now, we have an information note, which is this is also in the schedule. It's at page 285. It's a bundle which starts at 267. Those are some of the emails I read to you. And then it's MK15. So, of the You see this information note on page 285. 285.
Yes, I see it.
The complaint, this is addressed to the Minister of Police. It's dated the 5th of November, 2024. This is just a few days after the referral to the Minister's office. Complaint against the South African Police Service, allegations of corruption and defeating the ends of justice. Complainant F. Adams, MP. The purpose of this information note is to provide information on a concern leveled in the email received V-Day F. Adams, MP. Background: Mr. F. Adams, referred to as the complainant, sent an email to the Office of the Police Minister dated 1 November 2024, wherein the complainant alleged the following. He opened 3 criminal dockets in Cape Town Central, but has learned that there has been interference from the SAPS provincial office. He thus opened 3 criminal dockets at Orlando SAPS Gauteng, but also learned that there's been interference from the SAPS provincial office. The National Commissioner has instructed that a report is provided in terms of the allegations that the SAPS is derailing the criminal allegations leveled by the complainant. Then a discussion follows. At paragraph 3.1, the dockets where they were registered, 3 in Cape Town, 3 at Orlando. 3.1.1, the criminal allegations in the 6 cases which are opened are leveled against Lieutenant General Kumalo, Major General Lushaba, Major General Madondo, and Brigadier Ngube, and are centered on 4 specific matters, namely abuse of the Secret Services account, cover-up of a criminal incident linked to Valeria and the case number. This docket is locked in a safe at the police station, and access thereto will only be available from 11 November. Failure to address Major General Madondo's results of the polygraph examination, wherein 2 incidents of tax evasion were uncovered, practices of nepotism. Then it says at 3.2, an officer from the Division Inspectorate who was in Cape Town on other official business made several attempts to conduct an interview with the complainant, but due to other commitments, the complainant had to cancel the proposed meetings. The complainant indicated that he could travel to Gauteng if required. The allegation leveled by the complainant is that the provincial officers of Western Cape and Gauteng have interfered in the investigation. The allegations contained in the criminal dockets are of a sensitive nature, and the practice of the provincial officers to obtain the dockets to ensure the matters are addressed appropriately is not seen as interference, but as standard operational procedure. At 3.3.2, the complaint by the complainant can be seen as premature, as the provincial officers were still in the process of addressing the matter. And the recommendation is at paragraph 4. This office recommends that an extension of the 10 working days is provided in order for the following to be conducted, whereafter a comprehensive report can be provided. Interview the complainant and obtain a detailed affidavit. Perusal of all criminal dockets, including the Valeria docket. Determine if any other government department is investigating the same allegations. And this is then signed by, on the 4th of November, Major General, Acting Divisional Commission Inspector at Nhlanhla. And also Sabia, on the 5th of November. and the minister on the 8th of November. Yeah. That's on the 8th. And so we get to the point of this little exercise. CMN5 is then the referral to IDEC by you on the 11th of November 2024. So your comment that I've just read to you, there's a recommendation, and it's confirmed by the minister on the 8th of November. The recommendation is that the police recommends that an extension of 10 working days is provided in order for the following to be conducted. And we've read that. Nevertheless, you on the 11th of November, you refer this matter to IDEC. Why would you have done that when the police said, give us 10 days? It's a sensitive matter, which they take seriously, obviously. They're investigating. There's been no interference. The delays are all part of standard procedures that are followed. But you, apparently with some undue haste, can you explain why you then refer this to IDEC?
Thank you, Chair. Maybe what I need to try and do is to elaborate and make it easy for senior counsel to understand the variety of these complaints. Firstly, Chair, these are two separate complaints. Hence, I did say initially that we receive complaints and we treat a complaint on its merits. We screen the complaints, then we refer it to the relevant authority. I received this complaint, the minister received this complaint, the first complaint, that I have opened cases in Western Cape on a number of senior SAPS personnel as per the following case numbers. I was told that the dockets were intercepted. In my quest for justice, I traveled to Gauteng and opened the following dockets as per the following case numbers. However, I have also been notified that Gauteng Police Department has followed same modus operandi as the Western Cape. This is the first complaint I receive. The nature of this complaint, when you screen this complaint is a service delivery complaint. Is a person here who registered dockets, but he was told instead of his dockets are allocated to investigating officer or a detective, he is now told the dockets were unlawfully intercepted. So what do you do with a complaint of a service delivery? This is what I've done. I referred this complaint to the National Commissioner. The info note that you are reading, it was based on my referral to the National Commissioner. This is my referral to the National Commissioner. The ministry has received this complaint from the Member of Parliament. In order for the ministry to respond accordingly, Please furnish this office with a report in responding to this complaint and details of the investigating officer who was assigned to investigate this matter. Why I'm referring even to the particulars of an investigating officer is because I realized this man is complaining that his dockets are not get investigated. Instead, they are being intercepted. So the info note that you are reading, the National Commissioner is responding to the minister based on this service delivery complaint. Now I receive a second complaint 10th of November. Please note that I, Fidel Adams, request an independent investigator or a body to investigate cases I have laid. I make this request as your National Commissioner has claimed all is above board. In the case of the allegation made against Major General Khumalo, we are reliably told that this is false and have the statement to back it up. If indeed the commissioner's position is compromised in this regard, please view our consent with concerns. Now, this is another complaint. This complaint, when you view it and screen it, is not now a service delivery complaint. This complainant now is requesting an independent investigation. So it means these dockets, he feels that it needs to be investigated independently. So now we are talking about investigating criminal dockets. So when this complainant has lost confidence in the National Commissioner, the only relevant independent body will be IDEC, because other authorities are under National Commissioner. So hence, this one now, this referral to IDEC, it's basically the complainant is requesting an independent body to investigate my complaints, my criminal dockets. Thank you, Chair.
It's now 13:30. We are breaking. When we come back, we will take the three hands. Let me see. Is it only three? Yeah. When we come back, we will take those three hands. No. We must break. And you must not overwhelm my witness with your hands. You will raise those hands when we come back from break. Thank you. 13:30, we are coming back at 14 hours. Yeah, we'll come back at 14 hours to recover 30 minutes from the 1 hour that we lost.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
Good afternoon once again, honorable members. Mr. Nkabinde, are you okay? Thank you so much. You know, we have shown a lot of respect yesterday to a witness who was here because he's a senior citizen, over 80 years old. And I can assure you, if you cooperate, this committee is going to respect you so much, to treat you with respect. Just conduct yourself like a person of advanced age. You will see you are going to enjoy your stay here. Honorable Nhlanhla.
Thank you very much, Chair. Just a follow-up on the Adams complaint. So, are you aware, Chief of Staff, that Mr. Adams opened the case on the 28th of October, 2024 in Cape Town? and later opened another case on the 30th of October in 2024 in Gauteng. So it's just in between less than 2 days. Are you aware of that?
No, I'm not.
I put it to you that the complaint, there is a less than 48 hours complaint. A complaint talking about that there was delayed investigation and there was interception. So do you think the complaint is reasonable given these facts?
When I'm looking to the complaint itself, it does not give an indication to me receiving a complaint about those time factor. It only referred to case numbers, of which case numbers you wouldn't know when was it registered. But to comment as a detective myself, or as a trained police officer myself, to comment on that, when the case is registered at the charge office, you come, you lay a complaint and it gets registered. You are not expecting results of your case in less than 2 days or less than 24 hours. But you will expect that Cedric Nkabinde is an investigating officer of my case, a person that I can make a follow-up on. So if instead of your case is allocated to the detectives and it's intercepted, it's been removed, it raises red flags. Why it's not allocated? It's just a comment as my experience as a police officer.
Thank you, Chair. We will pursue the matter further later.
Honorable Nomvalo.
Yeah, thanks, Chair. No, I wanted to check with Mr. Nkabinde. He said the complainant had lost confidence in the National Commissioner. So I wanted to check, did the complainant liaise directly with the National Commissioner before sending the complaint to the National Commissioner's office? And if so, how many times did he liaise with the National Commissioner? And which mode of communication did he use to liaise with the National Commissioner?
Thank you, Chair. When we receive complaints, like any other complaints, you treat it as you received. I never interrogated. First of all, I did not even know Mr. Adams. So I never even interrogated and asked him, if you are now showing a loss of confidence in the National Commissioner as you are alleging, what made you to do that? What happened? I just treat the complaint as it is and channel it to the relevant people. Like when it comes to complaints, Chairperson, we receive more than 100 complaints almost per day. For you is to read, refer to the Hawks, refer to IP, refer to the National Commissioner. So you don't, because you don't also want to get into the space where you now literally investigate a matter as a office of the minister.
Yeah, my question premises from the proposition that you have made, that in fact you were convincing the committee that you could see that this person has lost confidence in the National Commissioner. Now, the impression that you gave to me is that this person has attempted not once, not twice, to engage the National Commissioner or to raise his complaints with the National Commissioner with no success. Hence, I'm asking, because you can't just throw statements with no supporting evidence. Hence, I'm asking, what makes you to arrive to that conclusion that he lost confidence in the National Commissioner? Did he try to speak to the National Commissioner? If yes, how many times? Because you can't lose confidence in person you have never spoken to.
Thank you, Chair. The nature of a complaint, the content of his email, it was suffice that he's indicating that he's now lost confidence because he even saying if indeed the National Commissioner's position is compromised. So now he's alleging that he does not trust now anything from the National Commissioner because he's alleging that he's compromised. But I did not interrogate it further because I don't even know Mr. Adam at that stage. I did not even call him and say, why you are saying National Commissioner is compromised? On what basis? I could not do that because also at the office of the ministry, we also avoid to enter into the space of operational matters. You rather refer, then they give a report.
So following what you have just said, we should take such remarks to be his assertions, and you don't have ownership of them. That's what he said, and it remains his assertions.
That is correct, Chair.
Okay, no, thanks, Chair.
You pass the microphone to Honorable Skosana.
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Nkabinde, earlier, if you remember, we spoke about iPad, that they are independent. Sure. They are not like they are not like SAPS in particular. Hence, the honorable member complained about the National Commissioner. Now, it's evident. I mean, today we know that, as he said to you, that he doesn't have any confidence to the National Commissioner. Though, as my colleagues has already spoken about, when the case was opened, in 2 days' time, after opening the case here, it was opened in Gauteng. Now, I understand that, as you said, you are a trained policeman as well. But don't you find it strange yourself? Let me start there.
In terms of timelines, based on this complaint, there is no indication when these dockets were registered. I don't have that because the complaint is just in reference to the case numbers. So with the case number, you can't deduce when was this case registered.
So he never divulged that he opened a case 2 days earlier.
He never, because we never spoke. He's just sent them an email.
Now okay. Perhaps this will come, Chair, when we are asking questions, because really it's a concern that honorable member, without even talking to the National Commissioner, he cast aspersions and lost confidence in the National Commissioner. Hence, he came direct to you, and knowing that iPad reports directly to the minister. The independent story is a debate for a later stage. Thank you, Chair.
May we proceed, SC?
Thank you, Honorable Chair, honorable members. Can I, the next few questions, Mr. Nkabinde, I'm going to refer to this exhibit bundle, which you've got. It's marked page 267 through to 308.
I do have.
You've got it?
Yes, I got it.
Now, the first reference is at page 283. And if you go to the bottom, you'll see that email from Sakina Frenchman, email dated 1 November, addressed to the minister.
Yes.
And you'll see the case dockets referred to. And then in the middle, or towards the top, the second email is from yourself to Major General Sabola and Brigadier Letoko. Good morning, Major General Sabolo. The ministry has received this complaint from the Member of Parliament. In order for the ministry to respond accordingly, please furnish this office with a report responding to this complaint and the details of the investigating officer who was assigned. Your report is expected on Monday, the 4th of November, 2024 at 1500 hours.
That's correct.
Now, if you go to NMK 15 and to page 273, that's the information note that was sent to the National Commissioner Inspectorate. Sorry. Sorry, the page reference is 285. My apologies.
Okay.
It's to the minister, and this is from the Inspectorate. Now, I've read this to you previously.
Yes.
The point I want to make is that this report you'll see on page 287. And it's dated the 4th of November 2024.
That's correct.
That's exactly the request. Let's call it that. The request you made is that you want a report by the 4th of November. So it says, this office recommends that an extension of 10 days is provided in order for the following to be conducted, whereafter a comprehensive report can be provided. And it is also signed by the minister on the 8th of November.
I can see it.
Yeah. So first things first, the cases that are referred to, if you look at page 268, from the email from Sakina Frenchman on behalf of Honorable Member Fadil Adams, the case numbers there, Langplata Police Station, and in 3 other cases registered at the Orlando Police Station. If you go to page 275, which forms part of the information note to the National Commissioner, you see that?
Yes, I see it.
They appear to be exactly the same cases.
I can see it.
So help us then understand why you say this complaint you've referred to the Inspectorate, to the National Commissioner, and with respect, given most people's experience, is dealt with relatively quickly, you must admit. You send it on the 1st of November, they come back to you with a report dated the 4th of November, and they say, we still need to interview the complainant, but give us 10 days and we'll give you a more comprehensive report. In relation to the same subject matter, my question to you then still is, why do you then refer the matter to IDEC when it is clear from the inspectorate in their report to the National Commissioner that the matter is being dealt with and that you must give them an extra 10 days?
Chair, to make it clear with this and make it honorable member to understand. Yes, these are in relation to the same case numbers. These are in relation to the same case numbers. But inspectorate does not investigate crime. Inspectorate does not investigate criminal matter or a criminal docket. The function of the inspectorate is to investigate any service delivery complaints when a person is not happy with a service delivery that has to be rendered to him. Now, if I can make an example, Chair. I'm here, someone come and assault me. Or a member of parliament come and assault me. I'm just making an example.
That's not a good example.
And then you go and open an assault case at the police station. It does not mean that if I report the member to the ethics committee, the assault case as a criminal docket must not be investigated. So it's a similar question here. There is nothing wrong with what inspectorate is doing. They are doing very good to check why this docket were intercepted, why there was such a delay to allocate an investigating officer to these cases. Was there any possible corruption? Was there any possible defeating the ends of justice? Because inspectorate does not investigate criminal matters. It's only detectives that investigate criminal matters. So now, while this process is ongoing, there is nothing wrong also to ensure the criminal docket is get investigated. That's what was my understanding, Chair. Because the process of inspectorate should not hinder the process of investigating this case. So it's just a parallel process, which it can even go parallel.
But with respect, Mr. Nkabinde, far from hindering the complaints process, the investigating process, the inspectorate tells you, because I'm sure you'll agree with me, they play also a screening role, because now they say, well, we first have to interview the complainant, after which presumably it will be farmed out to the correct unit to deal with it. But besides that, Mr. Nkabinde, you make a request short of a demand to the National Commissioner in your email that I read to you on the 1st of November, and you say, can we please get a report from you by the 4th of November? And they do that.
Yes, of a service complaint, not a criminal docket investigation.
So on what basis do you then take this matter, knowing that the police are dealing with the matter?
That will be defeating, Chair. You can't because a service delivery complaint is being dealt with, then the criminal case must not be investigated. It can't be. That's a defeating. Because the inspectorate does not investigate criminal matters.
if you look.
In fact, inspectorate should just get copies of those dockets and investigate their service delivery complaint and let the docket criminally get investigated. So you cannot now, if inspectorate will take 3 months, I'm just making an example, to investigate the service delivery complaint. It can't be correct that for the next 3 months, the criminal matter is not get investigated. I'm not defending why even Adams laid a complaint or what. I'm just in principle and general practice that I treated this matter as a 2 separate matters.
Mr. Nkabinde, I don't understand why you distinguish between a service delivery complaint. Where's a case number which says this is a service delivery complaint case number?
It can't have a case number.
No, it can't.
Yes,
Exactly.
it can't have a case
It's
number.
It's the 4 or 6 cases that Mr. Adams had complained about. I mean, it's clear from the information note, and it's also clear from your own.
Hence, I'm saying, Chair.
Can I just
Okay, thank you.
complete my point? Your annexure CMN 5 is the complaint or the referral to IDEC. Can we agree that the case or the cases that are referred to are exactly the same?
Yes, they're exactly the
They're
same
exactly the same.
in different
So-
processes, yes.
So what's the difference?
The different inspectorate is dealing with a service delivery complaint. The docket has still, even if this docket, if I can make it example easier for you, Chair. Even if these matters were never referred to IDEC, say for instance, he never complained about the National Commissioner, another detective should have proceeded to investigate this criminal matter, while inspectorate is busy investigating service delivery complaints, irrespective of it was referred to IDEC.
Now, you were quick to refer Mr. Adams's complaint to the National Commissioner, demanding a response by the 4th of November. If you were minded to regard the complaint as a very serious matter involving corruption, why did you refer it to the National Commissioner? And you've also got, of course, experience as a police officer, knowing that the National Commissioner would refer it to the inspectorate because that is what they do. He refers complaints to them, isn't it?
Yes, while criminal is being dealt with.
But you're right, they're not
Yeah.
the ones who are going to deal with the complaint. They will farm it out or refer it to the relevant unit to deal.
No, they don't do that. They don't work like that.
So
Their job is not to allocate the dockets. Their job is to investigate why the complainant is not satisfied, why his docket were not allocated timelessly. But investigating a case, hence I'm saying, Chair, even if this matter I never referred to to IDEC, but these 2 parallel processes would have been done because a detective in Western Cape would have proceeded with investigating this criminal matter, while inspectorate is busy checking why the complainant is not satisfied with the service delivery.
So why didn't you write to the detectives in the Western Cape and the detectives in Gauteng and say, Honorable Member Adams has referred this matter to us. After he's referred it to you, he's had no joy. Can you please deal with the matter? Why didn't you do that, knowing that there'll be some weight behind your email because you are now writing on behalf of the minister?
You can't do that if a complainant is showing that he lost confidence in the National Commissioner. So the moment a person is showing that he does not have confidence in the national commissioner and he's requesting an independent body to investigate his matters, you can't refer it back to the national commissioner.
You see it, I still fail to understand, and with respect, I'm sure that that most people listening or watching would fail to understand why you make a demand of the National Commissioner to respond by the 4th. The inspectorate, and I'm reading to you from their mandate. Their mandate is, I'm not going to, it's in terms of a national instruction, in terms of the relevant section, is to ensure they are responsible to ensure investigation of specific service complaints, which in their discretion, based on the relevant merits or circumstances, require to be investigated.
That is their job, to investigate
so-
service delivery complaints. They do not investigate criminal matters. They do not investigate dockets. In fact, they were not even supposed to uplift those dockets because it's not their job to investigate dockets. If their service delivery complaints is in relation to those dockets, at least what they could do is to make copies of those dockets and carry on to investigate their service delivery complaint while the detective is continuing investigating a criminal matter. Because you cannot, because inspectorate is dealing with the matter, you cannot hinder the criminal investigation.
It's not hindering the
Can
criminal
we take
investigation.
Honorable Nomvalo?
Yeah, no, thanks, Chair. Mr. Nkabinde, I just want to check. For you to make a determination that a person, any person, not just Mr. Adams, has lost confidence in the National Commissioner, what do you actually ascertain? What makes you to arrive to that conclusion?
It's a content of his email. That's what he said.
So you rely on what he says,
Yes, whether he's true or not, then I can't get involved.
and then you act as such.
Yes.
So if I come to you and say I've lost confidence in the National Commissioner, do this, you will do it, and you will believe, because once you do as he says or as he suggests, that means you also believe what he says. And it means for you to believe what he says, you don't need any further verification. You just rely on his words.
In this case, Chair, hence I'm saying we are receiving hundreds of complaints per day. Then you screen them, you refer them accordingly to the relevant authority. So now, each complaint has on its merits. In this one, when I screen this one, the ultimate goal for this person, he wants to see his cases get investigated. That's what he wants to see. And he's requesting that because of whatever he's saying, whether it's true or not, he requests an independent body to investigate.
No, so don't you think that it was not going to, or don't you think that it was going to accord with rationality for you to first ascertain if really attempts were made by this person to address his concerns with the National Commissioner, and the National Commissioner failed to act before you arrive to a conclusion? Because my problem here is that you are taking ownership of this thing. You are saying this person lost confidence, and you are owning that assertion. You are not even saying he said he lost confidence. You confidently justify your actions on the basis that, according to you now, you are saying he lost confidence in the National Commissioner. So You just relied on what he said. He just said, I lost confidence, and then boom. Yes, he lost confidence, then you acted.
That's what he said. Whether it's true or not, that's what he said. Then I'm referring complaint as I received them according to its merits.
The reason why I'm citing it now is because you are making it a justification for your actions. It's now today in this session, you are saying because he lost confidence, you acted in a manner that you acted. You are not even saying because he said he lost confidence. You are owning it as if you verified that loss of confidence or the reasons for a loss of confidence. So don't you think maybe you should have acted much better by verifying if really this allegation of losing confidence had a foundational reason or a solid foundation? Don't you think maybe you were supposed to engage the National Commissioner to see if really he did not attend accordingly to this complaint? And then you make a conclusion that even after my own assessment, I could really make a determination that really there was a reason to lose confidence here. Don't you think so?
Chair, maybe before I answer, let me clarify this. I'm not saying I refer this thing because the complainant has lost confidence. I want to clarify that that is what he said in his email. I'm not taking an ownership by him losing, because I'm not sure whether it's true or false. But when we're receiving complaints, do that preliminary investigations, because in all the complaints, it's either it's correct or it's true or it's false. You rather refer it where it will get investigated, because that will mean not only this one, all the complainer will then need to do a preliminary investigation, of which in the office of the ministry, we cannot get into that operational matters.
Yeah, but my problem, I'm not even there. My problem is what you are doing now when you respond to the SC. You are taking ownership. I'm not blaming you for failing to make a verification, but I'm saying here the mistake you are making is that I'm trying to rescue you, by the way, because you keep on taking ownership